Okay.
Hi folks, my name's John. My wife Becky is behind the tablet taking the videos today, and we are here to introduce you to our 2006 32-foot SunTracker Party Cruiser. We bought this boat in 2013. Our previous boating included a 26-foot pocket cruiser, a 38-foot aft cabin motor yacht, and a 48-foot ocean motor yacht on which we lived for about 5 years. After Hurricane Ike, we downsized to this boat, which we bought, like I say, in 2013. And if you know anything about the 32 Party Cruiser, you know that she was very, very sought after, and still is a sought after pontoon boat that SunTracker took out of production in 2010. This boat came out of Springfield, Missouri, and she was built there. She was on the hard for several years, is what we were told. A broker brought her down here. We got her right away, and since then we have put on numerous upgrades, including additional power and all kinds of other things. We've got the boat here in Upper Galveston Bay at the Houston Yacht Club. Love the boat, but with the increased ship traffic and the size of the ships here in the Houston Ship Channel, she's just become a boat that's not good for the bay anymore. So she belongs with a great family that wants a wonderful boat to run around on the lake with, do some overnights with, you know, eat aboard, play aboard, pull rafts, do all kinds of wonderful things, okay? So we got a series of videos we're going to show you that start with the boat being on the hard, doing routine maintenance, and then taking you through all of the standard equipment and the add-ons. We hope you enjoy it. Thanks for watching. Bye now. Becky again, talking some more about our wonderful boat, the Manatee, the 2006 SunTracker Regency Party Cruiser. Standing in front of the boat right now, I'm going to just point out a couple of things to you that we've done and different little features. We strengthened the tow thing here, whatever you call it. I think that's now 10,000 pounds. The boat weighs about 6,000 pounds. We put on a safety chain, okay? So you can see all of that. This gives you a pretty good look at the 50 amp, 250 volt shore power system. The boat came with 30 amps, but because we wanted to do a lot of other things, we upped that to 250, and we'll talk about that more on the inside. If you walk around over here, I'll give you a good view of where this power comes in. You see the shore power cord comes up above there, okay? And then it splits on top into two 30 amp circuit, 230 amp cords. We'll show you that when we get the boat in the water and we show you some other things. And then it comes down over here, and you can see where it goes into the side of the boat. And so you can see it goes in right here. And then we had professionally fabricated 230 amp circuit breakers that are inside of the boat. And one runs obviously certain things, and one obviously runs other things. So there's a good shot of the name of the boat, SunTracker. That's it. This is where you fill a freshwater 15-gallon freshwater tank. The boat originally came with just a hand pump. We replaced that with an electric 12-volt pump. So you have fresh water that you can get to. All right, so Becky, you know, stop that for a second. We'll get on the front, the bow, starboard side of the boat. A couple things I want to point out to you here. We have a plate that we put in here, all aluminum, that we created a mounting system for the anchor. These boats aren't easy to anchor, so we wanted to make it real easy to anchor. So you just, we have the anchor rod and chain and everything else up in the locker up right on top. Just latch that on there, pop this off, drop anchor, and you're good to go. And it holds like crazy in the Galveston Bay bottom. We put an additional cleat right here just for wrapping the rod on it, both sides. We've got it welded together. We have it bolted to the underneath. We also put some additional cleats all up and down the sides, both sides of the boat. And so you've got much better mooring capabilities than you had before. You'll notice right here on the front of this pontoon, and it's the same way in the other one, they were bent. That was the way the boat was when we got it. We had this all welded, reinforced by some guys that knew how to do aluminum welding. You'll see that on the other side when we get to that point in the videos. So it just, you know, we've done everything we can to make this comfortable and make it strong. All right, Becky, I'm going to step. Yeah, you may wonder what these are. Our friends, most of them have got boats that have got a swim platform on the back. We don't have a lot of pontoons around here, and so we wanted to be able to anchor up with these folks.
Raft up.
And so, excuse me, raft up. And so this is a mechanism that we created for ourselves. That pops out. You turn this around, put it down this way, reclip it, and now you've got a cleat onto which you can tie a fender. Do it on the other side as well, right there. And then you just drive up to the stern of the other boat, tie off, you know, the sides, and away you go. And you're good to go at that point with anchoring to somebody's stern without creating any problems. Like this creature now, you'll see it's pretty straightforward. These little things for the anchoring make a great handhold when you get up here. You come on up, swing this over, this just pops up and down, standard pontoon stuff, all right? So Becky, come on aboard and we'll talk about what we got up here.
Yes.
Okay, now we're on board the Manatee. Kind of wondering what all this mechanism is here. Obviously this is a magma grill, but we set this up so that you could grill from a couple of different locations. There is, I'm not going to show you the whole thing, but if you see right here, if Becky can show you right here, there is a pin in there, and this whole arm will come around. So you can swing it all the way around, so you can grill right here. If you happen to be, you know, shoved up on a sandbar or something, and you're low enough, you can set it so that the grill is right facing this way. Or obviously you can do it like this. You can twist this around. There's all kinds of ways that you can use this grill, okay? So okay, this is your standard 2006 32 Regency layout. You know, it's original, believe it or not, it's original upholstery. And it was in great shape when we bought it. We've maintained it in great shape. And so it's really, really good to go. Got storage underneath here for a bunch of different stuff. Storage under there, that's where we keep our anchor rod and that kind of stuff. Got storage underneath on both of these sides, there and there. You can put a cooler there, cooler there. This one's got my beer in it, so that doesn't go with the boat. Okay? And then if Becky turns around and just hangs right up there, that's where the satellite system comes into the boat from up on top. And we'll talk about that in another time when the boat's down in the water and some other things. So manatee looks like when you walk on board. Nice little manatee decal there. You can't mistake what boat you're on for the most part. Nice screen that comes across here. Okay, we've had this replaced. This opens up, and then we've put a locking latch there so that you can keep it open. And here's the inside cabin on the 2006 SunTracker. Okay. The stuff that you're looking at right now, we haven't really done much with. It is what it is. We still have some stuff up there that we need to get cleared off. You know, instrumentation is just the way it came from the factory. Yeah, we do have a TV, and we'll talk about that in a later video. All of the interior lighting has been changed over to LED. Okay, so that saves a whole lot on electricity, and we'll talk about that when we talk about the inverter system on the boat. Okay. Lots of manatee stuff.
That'll all go with the boat. Those are just decals that you can pull off if you don't like the manatees on here. All right, let me show you this side. This was a dinette, and we've turned it to make it a nice big couch.
And then we told you about the running water in the sink. There you have it, 15 gallons of running water, and that just evacuates overboard. None of this stuff goes with the boat. Cabinetry, you know, just pots and pans, stuff. We spend a lot of time on this boat, and you never know when you have a guest.
The stove.
Oh, yeah, stove. Okay. So there you go. And you see this here. Oh, I'm sorry, Becky.
Yeah, I'm showing the covers that are folded up there for the back when you sleep aboard. You just Velcro those right over the existing isinglass.
That's in the back.
Yeah, in the back. But that's the covers for it. Let's show them the head real fast.
Okay, before we do, all right.
Okay.
There's the sun shower. It's empty right now because we don't use it very often. But it holds a lot of water, and on a day like today when it's about 95 degrees here in LaPorte, Texas, that water gets hot. That holding tank for this head holds 6 gallons of fresh water, and then that converts obviously to 6 gallons of black water. It's got a little battery operated electric flush that just pulls right off the boat. You go dump it out at your local bathroom or whatever, and it works just great. You see here that we brought new electric, some additional electric. We had a lot of additional outlets put onto this boat because we knew we were going to do a lot of different things with it. Okay, so up here, okay, that's where the TV and stuff goes in. All of this stuff, which again we'll talk about later, all is wired in underneath there. The speakers are new.
Okay.
New radio down here. Okay. All right. Now, even though it's a pretty day here, I had the windows open, but it's time I think to close those up and let's fire up this air conditioner. Just turn this on here. We'll just turn. Whoop. Going the wrong way. We'll turn it to low cool because it also will go hot. So on a cold day in the middle of December, it also heats up. You just close these up. You really want to make it beat the heat. You drop these down. Okay, we've got one starboard and port. We got one in the front. And for privacy, if you're sleeping at night on board, we put this in, and then you basically have got complete privacy at that point. Okay. There's another manatee, so you still know you're on the manatee. We turned this air conditioner on a little bit earlier because it was all enclosed. Also have a hook on this door so that you can keep that open. It's about probably 76 degrees in here right now. Okay, this air conditioner vents to the outside, water vents through the floor, so your floor doesn't get wet. Okay, the air conditioner on the top of the boat, its water runs across the top of the boat to the outside. That door more secure. Okay, it latches up. Microwave, refrigerator, freezer, ice maker, table. All of this goes with the boat. Now I want to point out 3 things right here. As we said, we put an inverter on the boat. Here is the inverter brain. So when the inverter is turned on, it tells you what volts it's drawing off the batteries. These are the inverter outlets for these features right here. The inverter will not run the air conditioners, okay? But it will run the refrigerator, the ice maker, that kind of stuff.
In the microwave.
In the microwave, okay? So those just unplug from there and go up in here. And then let's step back into the main cabin for a minute. And I don't know if Becky can lean over and see that, but the other inverter outlet is down there. And you also see, if she can get a good picture of it, Becky, turn it a little bit to the right.
Let me see. There we go.
There's the other 30 amp outlet box, okay? So there's 2 separate 30 amp breaker boxes with GFCI circuits. Okay, so we are double safe, and with the inverter running, you can run all of the outlets, which means the TV, stereo, everything on the boat other than the 2 air conditioners can run on the inverter. Here we go again. So I'm going to show you how we set up this system back here. Again, obviously I didn't comment on it, but the aft section of the boat is covered with a hard cover, just like the forward section is. Okay, both of those were put on by a previous owner. We did not do that. Alrighty. So here's how we did this. We had these enclosures made and we had them done very, very special. So you can pull this down, and now you've got a screen, so you've got fresh air coming in, okay? So if all you want is fresh air, you pull those down and away you go. If you want to run your air conditioner, you pop these up and you're fully enclosed. They are also watertight. We have never had rainwater get inside of this boat through these.
And the Velcro on the top, John touched it.
Yeah, this is...
It's Velcro, and that's the other side of Velcro, so when you put the cover on at night to block out everything, that's just applies right to that, and it's white vinyl.
Yep, it's very expensive marine white vinyl.
Hassock.
Hassock goes with the boat, storage inside, okay. This whole system here lays down into a bed, and I'll just kind of show you this real quick. I've got all kinds of trouble on this. You see this comes down. There are brackets that are underneath that I'll show you that hold this up. So here's your back bed back here. There's sufficient room for a blow-up mattress here in the front. That's where I've always slept. Becky and the dog sleep back here. So that's how all that works. Okay? And then
just take the seat cushions, the other half.
Yeah.
That
This
kind of
one comes up here, so let me show you what's underneath here. There's your stowage. We've got some spare parts in there. There's a spare prop. Just a few other things that don't go with the boat. But there's the brackets we refer to in the spare prop. It's right there. Okay. On this side is more stowage. I've got all my tools in here, none of which go with the boat. But you can see you can fit a lot of stuff down in there. All right. And then here's the forward access to the engine. This engine is brand new in 2015. We purchased the extended 7-year warranty, of which there's still over almost 5 years left. Okay. This engine has been flawless. It's the exact same engine as was originally in the boat. Okay, the 115 horsepower Mercruiser. It's a beautiful engine. Runs quiet, runs smooth, great stuff.
Okay, we're on.
Okay, if you're wondering what these lines are for, on top of this rear deck, or aft deck, there are 2 cleats up there, and we have lines tied to those in our slip. Our slip, obviously the water goes up and down, the boat goes up and down, we have tide risers, and so the boat slides up and down. There are also cleats on the floor of the boat as well, so that explains that. This is just going to be a quick peek a little into the engine compartment and a couple of other areas of the boat. Okay, on that side are all the batteries. You'll notice there's 3 batteries in there. 2 of them are the inverter batteries, and one of them is a separate starting battery. Okay, so if you run the inverter all the way down, you still have a fresh starting battery. The inverter and charger system, we have a 30 amp charger, battery charger on this boat, as opposed to the normal 10 amp. Charges all of those batteries and has very, very expensive electronics to make sure that they do not get overcharged. We also have a galvanic isolation system that is attached to all of this, so that when the boat's in salt water or brackish hot water like it is now, we've got our batteries protected from all of that other stuff. Another shot at the engine down here. You can't really see it very well. And then over here, 30-gallon gas tank with all the stuff that you need, stay-bill and everything else that you might need. Gas filters, etc., normal maintenance stuff. And this is all typical of this particular boat for this particular model here. Okay. Okay, we got the Manatee back in her slip now after doing our routine maintenance work, so you got a really nice picture of her from the front, and we'll just kind of walk around a bit. This gives you a bird's eye view from the side of our pier here at the Houston Yacht Club. Again, standard 32-foot party cruiser. You see the mechanism we talked about with the anchor system there. Okay, if you look along the edge, you'll see additional cleats. The U's came with the boat, but the regular horseshoe cleats are the ones we added on the top deck. Look out for the fan here, Becky. Okay. Then you come through here. I talked with SunTracker this past week, and they told me that almost all, maybe all of the decals for this boat were for sale on Great Lakes Skipper's website. I went onto that website, and I think that's probably true. If we were going to keep the boat, we were going to do some custom decals, but obviously because we're selling her now, we're not. But I think you can get all of the decals for the boat.
Yeah, partner. Okay.
Okay, you remember when we were inside the boat, we showed you these lines, and we said they tied up here on this top decking, and here's where they tie off to the tide risers here. So that's our system there. There's the fuel fill for the boat. Okay, by the way, I was incorrect. The engine is a 135 horsepower Mercruiser. I had said 115, and I knew as soon as I said that I was wrong. Lower unit back here, up out of the water, protect it. So, and you get a really good view now of the, all of the canvas and everything else to show the picture from the inside. Okay. You got a view here of the Winegard satellite dish. This is what we talked about. We don't believe that system works anymore. We talked with Winegard. It's about 10 years old, and they suggested replacing it, not even trying to fix it. So the price of the boat does not include a working satellite system. Okay, now we're taking a look at the port side of the boat. Pretty much the same as the starboard side. If you look at the top of the boat, you see the bird spikes. Because we're under a shed, we always had a problem with birds. Those spikes are just glued on, but they sure keep the birds away. Very effective.
Okay, we're on, John.
Okay, so this is John and Becky. It is Friday, June 22nd, and we're showing you the Manatee in the evening with the under deck blue lights. First on the starboard side, then on the port side. Okay. So very, very cool stuff. Okay. And as you walk on board, you'll see that we've got the blue lights running through here. Okay, and you'll also hear the stereo. Okay, we kind of like oldest music. Four Season stuff. Okay. Okay, so there you got the TV working with the DVD player. Okay. So if you see down here, we've got lights, lighting up where you put your beer can. Another place where you put your beer can, where you store your sunglasses and that kind of stuff. And then you come on over here in this beautiful storage area, all done in blue. Okay, and if you turn this off, you'll see how cool it really looks when you're out by yourselves at night. So this gives you an idea of what the boat's like in the evening when you're just cruising around or just parked someplace. So there you have it.
Okay.
All right, folks, so we've taken you through the Manatee from stem to stern and from top to bottom and from aft to forward and back and everything else. And so we hope that we've covered any questions that you might have. The combination of the new engine in 2015, the increased electrical service, the additional appliances, the upgraded stereo, the TV, DVD, and all the other features, including the inverter system, the wraparound isinglass in the back, the hard tops in front and rear. You know, we hope you realize that she's a great family boat, a great party boat, and we hope that you may find some interest in her. We're asking $38,500 for her. She lies here in LaPorte, Texas at the Houston Yacht Club. You can reach me at 281-300-4528. That's John at 281-300-4528 if you'd like to tour the boat and talk to us about her in any more detail. Thanks for watching our videos. We hope we answered all your questions. Bye now.